Hello, wisdom seekers, and welcome back to my channel. This is an episode that I like to call Let's Talk Crystals. It is a more casual, conversational, unscripted type of video so that I can answer your most common questions about using crystals in your everyday life. But briefly, if you're brand new to the channel, if this is the first video that you're watching, my name is Shannon. I'm a certified Reiki master and teacher, certified gemologist, and published author. My brand new book, Crystal Wisdom: Unearthing the Power of Gemstones for Positive Life Change, was just published. It's available now. And if you're interested in reading a practical guide to how you can incorporate crystals to support you in your everyday life, then I will link that up in the eye above and you can check that out. But in these episodes, I offer two bits of wisdom. And the first is giving you examples of how I have used gemstones in my own everyday life, what situations I reach to them for, so that you have a real life example of how you can use them in your life. To hear about how somebody else is supporting their life challenges with gemstones. And then I answer your most common questions. One question that I get so often is, what gemstones will help me to study? And we're going to address that in just a few minutes. That's the second part of the video, but the first part is giving you examples of how I have used gemstones in my everyday life. And this week, I have been working with red jasper because it is a stone that supports multitasking. I have been doing so much this week. It's really busy. I have so many things on my to-do list. My desk is literally covered in papers and checklists and administrative things that I need to do. There are weeks when it is really hard to figure out what needs to be done when, to not forget something. I mean, if my speaking right now feels a little chaotic, because that's generally the energy of this week, and I was really productive. I got a lot done. But there were so many little things that I needed to do. And when I felt overwhelmed or not sure what I needed to do next, felt like I was a little lost during the day, then I would just take a few minutes, sit with red jasper in my non-dominant, my receiving hand, and just breathe and release my to-do list from my brain. Just on my exhale, let go of trying to figure out what I needed to do. Just breathe. And then allow my inner wisdom to guide me on what's the best next thing to do. And just allow that to drift up from within without trying to figure it out. And this process only takes like a minute or two. So if you are working in your office, you're feeling overwhelmed, you've got 5 things to do, not sure what to do next, take a minute with red jasper. Just hold it. You can do this in your office, in your cubicle, your work from home office really quickly, and it will just help bring a sense of organization and light the path for you forward. So that is how red jasper helped me this week, and I hope it can help you in the future as well. But the question that I'm going to address in this video is, what gemstones are really good for studying? This is near and dear to my heart because I'm just a student at heart. I love learning. I've taken a lot of certifications. I've had a couple of degrees. Many times I'm just learning for the fun of learning and reading books. But when you're a student and you need to focus, you've got multiple topics, you've got tests coming up or presentations, you need to write some papers, you really need to absorb this information and then just demonstrate that you have learned from that, whether it's a practical demonstration or a test or a paper or presentation. There are several gemstones that can support you during this process. And I have, right now I have 7, and they help in multiple ways. And one gemstone that you've heard me talk about with studying and organization often is fluorite. And this is the stone of order. It helps with learning and absorbing knowledge, absorbing information, and to be able to categorize this and organize it in your mind. This is an excellent stone for students of any age, whether they're in elementary school, high school, college, you're a professional studying for a certification. Fluorite is an incredibly supportive stone that directly helps you learn and organize information. Now, I often use it with Hematite because this is the stone of the mind. It helps you focus. It helps you absorb intellectual knowledge. It also helps you choose the right words when you are planning a presentation. It helps you recall information when you're taking a test. It helps you focus on the test if you're feeling a little distracted during a long test. This is a great stone to keep in your pocket if you are taking a certification or a test. This also helps with analytical thinking to help you analyze and really, take a look at the information that you are reading or viewing a video about. The next stone is fire quartz. This is a stone of focused intention. This also, since it has inclusions of a hematite in it, so this is also known as hematoid quartz. This also helps you focus during studying, to buckle down, to read the chapters that you need to read, to take the notes that you need to take, and to go through that information again while you're studying. Red Jasper, as we just talked about, this is a great stone for multitasking. So if you're learning about multiple topics, then this is a stone that helps you to study and absorb information from multiple different topics without getting overwhelmed, without your study time feeling like it's blurring together. This is extremely supportive. Also, if you're trying to study, if you're trying to write a presentation, you're trying to, say, put together a model of something, Red Jasper really helps planning and organizing all of those multiple tasks. Now, the next stone is Mahogany Obsidian. This is the stone of development. This is a stone that encourages our own personal growth. Many of us are learning, getting certifications, learning new hobbies, learning a new language. We do this because we want to grow as a person. We want to be more or larger than what we are. And learning new things is a way of evolving personally. And Mahogany Obsidian supports that development. So if you are starting a new school, you're starting to learn a new hobby, a new language, and musical instrument. If you are beginning that learning process, Mahogany Obsidian helps you feel confident and ready to start at something from a beginner's mind and feeling confident that you can learn and get better. The next stone that I'm going to tell you about is Apatite. This is a stone that really helps us access wisdom, our inner wisdom, our intellectual wisdom. This is a gemstone that helps us take in information and analyze it, to turn it around in our mind and our heart and our soul, to determine what we think about it, how we feel about it, how we can apply it in our life, if we believe it, if we don't. This is a stone that really helps you take the wisdom that you receive and apply it in your life. So if you're learning a topic, then you need to give a presentation about it. Apatite helps you absorb that information, to consider it, to plan out your own thoughts and opinions about it, and then, since it resonates with the throat chakra, to help you communicate it out to others. And one more. This is blue tiger's eye, hawk's eye. This is very, very similar to apatite. You can choose either of these stones depending on which one you feel like you resonate more with. Again, this is the stone of communication. It helps you be able to express your thoughts and feelings and facts about something that you have learned. So especially good if you're defending a dissertation, if you're giving a presentation, if you have to write a paper that is expressing your viewpoint and your understanding of something, then having blue tiger's eye or hawk's eye with you can help you formulate and express that information. So I know that's a lot of gemstones, but it's a wide selection because each gemstone helps the learning process in a slightly different way. You may need something more than another in your studying process. You may need a couple of these stones because maybe you feel like you need to organize your different topics. So red jasper helps. You need to actually sit down and actually do the studying, in which hematite will help. Or you need to compose your words about something, and then one of the blue gemstones will help. This is a great opportunity to mix and match the stones that will help you support your learning and studying process in the most effective way. I hope that this is useful. I will list all of the particular gemstones in the description box below. If you are a student in any way, you don't have to be actually getting a degree. You could be learning a new hobby. You could be getting a certification, but in any instance in which you want support learning, these gemstones will help you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was useful. And if you are new to the channel or you've been watching for a while and you haven't yet subscribed, then please do subscribe to the channel below, because I talk about a different gemstone every single week. I offer gemstone specific guided meditations. I answer your questions about gemstones, and I offer extra little gemstone and crystal wisdom practice tidbits along the way, and you don't want to miss a single one. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon.